Welcome, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for attending EPAC's 14th annual Shakespeare in the Park. Tonight we're performing Midsummer Night's Dreams. We've been doing this for 14 years. 14 years ago, we actually performed right there. The playground used to be a volleyball court, all sand. Every year we took another step, built the stage, with no protection, and then about 5 years later, we moved down to the baseball court with a big, huge tent. Then the village built this beautiful amphitheater, and we've been here ever since. About 3 years ago, we cut down Shakespeare to an hour Shakespeare in the park, because bugs get hungry after 8. And then, this year is the first time we are doing it with our kids. And that is all for your pleasure. Wait till you be amazed. What else? Sunday, we are actually going to have a Shakespeare festival here. We have over 23 booths. We encourage everybody to come back again. Not only will Shakespeare be performing again, but Willy Wonka kids will be performing. We have 2 bands that are performing. Purposely Ridiculous will be performing. So it is a day of lots of fun. And the weather's supposed to be great. So, without further ado, we present A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Once upon a time, in the late 1500s, there lived a man named William Shakespeare, a wordsmith and a maker of plays. We don't know very much about Shakespeare personally. We do know his birth date, April 23rd, 1564, and his death date, April 23rd, 1616. We know he was married and had children. We know that he went to London a poor man and ended a very rich man. We know that he and his company of players were sponsored by Queen Elizabeth I and later by King James I. But about the man himself, we know very little. As a matter of fact, the only information which we do have about his writing comes from one of his actors who once wrote that whenever William Shakespeare sat down, quill in hand, he got sick to his stomach. About his plays, we know much more. And our play today, A Midsummer Night's Dream, is one of his most popular. First produced in 1595, it remains one of the most loved of all of Shakespeare's plays. We hope you enjoy our version of this piece. And now, good friends, we meet our players. These be Athenians. Lord Theseus, who has conquered the Amazons and has brought back for his bride to be Queen Hippolyta. And coming here are our young lovers, Lysander and Hermia, Helena and Demetrius. A merry mix-up and misplaced love. He loves her, but she loves him not. She loves him, but he loves her not. And because of these 4 entangled, blinded lovers, we have today's play. Such as they are, these be bumpkins. They are for your sport and laughter. And these be fairies. But not yet, for fairies are creatures of the imagination, very headstrong and willful, and they will not play until the play hath begun. And therefore, with no more ado, let us give our play for you.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our marriage day will soon arrive. Although it is but 4 days hence, I am most anxious for the time to pass.
4 days will pass to me up, my love.
Let it be known throughout all Athens, Lord Theseus wishes his marriage to be met with feasting and celebrations. But see, who comes here? Ah, it is friend Aegeus, and looking most unhappy. What ails thee, friend Aegeus?
Theseus, my lord, I come to you to beg that you command my wayward daughter to forget her stupidity and disobedience, and make her obey her father's wishes as a good child ought. Stand forth, Hermia. man hath my consent to marry Hermia, but instead she wishes to marry this man, Lysander.
Ha! Foolish girl! Why will you not obey your good father's wishes?
My lord, I love my father, but I love Lysander more, and only him will I wed.
Look, my girl, if you do not wed whom your father chooses, he can lock you up in a convent forever.
Demetrius, you have her father's look. Leave me beautiful Hermia, and you wed her father.
Disrespectful boy!
I am lord here, and I command that Hermia do marry Demetrius. Lysander and Hermia, stay here a while and say your goodbyes. You shall never see each other again. Come, I'll let these two disappointed lovebirds shed their tears. Hermia will marry Demetrius, and that's all there is to that. Come, Demetrius, we shall make plans for your wedding, even as the fair Hippolyta and I make plans for ours.
I shall never marry Demetrius. It is you alone I love. I'll die first.
Do not die, love, but live with me. Listen, I have an aunt who lives not far from here in the woods outside of Athens. If we can but escape to her cottage, she will hide us. There we shall find a priest who will marry us. Then, not even Lord Theseus can harm us, for no man has power to break the sacred bonds of marriage. Tonight, we must escape from your father's house and meet me in the forest.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, and by the simplicity of Venus's doves, and by that which killeth souls and prospers loves, and by the fire which burnt the Carthage queen, when the false under Troyan sailed the sea, and by all the vows that men have ever broke, and never more than women have ever spoken. In the same place you have appointed me, tonight truly I will be with thee.
Now hush, my dears, for here comes someone who might give away our plot.
God send you fair with a bound for the ghost now.
Call you me fair? Ha! It is you, Demetrius, that thinks is fair. Not me. I am miserable.
But I do not love him, I scorn him.
It matters not. It is you he loves. Me? He thinks I'm a toad.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. He's yours to have if you will grace.
Gentle Helena, to you our plot we will unfold. Tonight, under the full moon, we two shall escape into the woods and pledge our love and be married.
Therefore, Demetrius is yours alone. Keep our secret, dearest friend. And now come, my love. We will go to the Duke and my father and pretend to accept the royal decree. For by seeking to give consent, my father will give me the freedom which will allow me to escape from his house tonight. Adieu.
Never fear, your secret's safe with me. Oh, spite and triple spite. It was I Demetrius loved until he met Hermia. I was the fairest. I was the sweetest. But now all he can see is she. Oh, unfair love, you are always so blind. But wait, if I could get Demetrius to see how badly Hermia behaves and how she dotes on Lysander, he might return to me. I'll tell him what the lovers plan. He'll follow them to the forest, and I'll follow him. There, let him see how badly she behaves, and turning from her, he'll find me true.
Poor Helena. Love really is blind. She'll betray her friend's confidence in the hope of making Demetrius love her. Oh well, as Shakespeare would say, that's the stuff of which good plots are made. But here come our bumpkins, who are the subplot of the story. These fellows are goodly, but not too bright. They've decided to put together a little play of their own for the Duke's entertainment at the marriage feast. Scholars tell us that with these characters, Shakespeare was really drawing character sketches from the actors in his company. If so, he must have been pretty frustrated.
call them according to the roles in the script. Here are all those thought fit to play in our interlude before the Duke on his wedding day at night. First take the name of the play and then call the actors. Mary, our play is called The Most Lamentable Comedy and Cruel Death of Pyramus and Thisbe. Now for the actors. Nick Bottom, the Weaver. Ready? What part do I have? You shall play Pyramus. What is Pyramus? A lover or a villain? A lover that kills himself most beautifully for love. Oh, that will call for tears. I will create in the audience a flood of tears, a storm of tears, a deluge of tears. No one shall build another ark for the tears the eyes will shed. A veritable river of tears, a sea of tears, an ocean of tears. Oh! 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 That was pretty good. Flute the bellows mender.
Here, good Prince.
You shall play Thisbe.
What is Thisbe? A brave knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love for life.
Oh, don't make me play a girl!
You can play it a mask in a teeny little voice. No one will know who you are. Let me play Thisbe too! I can speak in the tiniest little voice. Ah, Thisbe, Pyramus, my lover dear. No. You must play Pyramus and Flute, you play Thisbe. Oh, well, proceed. Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, good Prince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you, the lion's part. It's only roaring. Let me play the lion too! I will roar so it'll do men good to hear me. Roar! I will roar so they can hear the Duke say, let him roar again! Let him roar again! If you roar too terribly and frighten the ladies, the Duke will hang us! Hang us! That's true. But I can roar gently. So then they will say I am the most sweet lion. You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is the most important part in the play. Well then, I am for Pyramus. And as for the other roles, we shall just have to make do. Good, that's settled. 'Twill do us no good to rehearse in the town, for everyone should know and thereby spoil the surprise. Let us meet in the forest tonight and make a practice of our parts so that all will say what clever fellows these to have performed so brilliantly and with such wit. Perhaps, too, Duke will make us some reward for a Billy entertainment. Yeah. And now, we give you fairies.
How now, spirits, whither wander you? Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over hill, through flood, through fire. We do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and we serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The king not keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen cannot within his sight, for he is passing fell in wrath, because she is her intent. A lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child. Made him train to take his forest wild, but she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all the joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear, where spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their oaths are feared, creep into acorn cups, then hide them there.
If your master is Oberon, then you must be that mischievous rascal, Robin Goodfellow.
Thou speakest right, 'tis true, and others call me Puck. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, while I fat and bean fiddles begun. Nay, and like his full. Sometime like I, and a gossip's full, and in very lightness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pours the moon. The wise stands, telling the saddest tale. Sometime for 3 foot stool mistaketh me, slip I from her bunk, and down topples she. And the tailor cries, and falls into a cough, and the whole choir holds their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and knees, and swear, a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairy,